PDAC 2026, it's day number 2, 12 o'clock, and you see here behind me, people are still rushing into here, the convention center. We heard about attendances, about 40,000 maybe. Crazy. We want to now dive into gold in the United States, and with me here is Hugh Agro, the CEO of Revival Gold. Hugh, hi.
Good to be with you.
Great to have you here for an interview update.
Welcome to Toronto.
Thank you very much. You're from Toronto here?
I am, yeah. Our corporate head offices are here in Toronto. Of course, this is the center of exploration and mining. It has been for a long time, so this is where we're based, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the last interview you made was with Jochen Steiger, I believe in December,
Yes.
only 2 or 3 months ago, but
Yes.
since that time you had a lot of news.
We have.
Yeah. The first one was you were able to exercise an option with Barrick. That means, Mercur project in Utah belongs now 100% to Revival Gold.
Yes.
That means...
Yeah, it's a big deal. I mean, look at some of the other companies, our peers, like Orla buying Musselwhite from Newmont, or you look at the more recent launch of Homestake by Barrick. We were able to position to buy the Mercur project from Barrick about 3 or 4 years ago, and we're now completing the final steps to that transaction. We'll own 7,200 hectares in the Western United States with a project that's on a fast track to production.
Okay. Yeah, let's stay at Mercur. There's also a drilling program going on at the moment. How large is it, and when can we await next or first results?
Well, we've been putting results out from the program, 115 holes drilled. We've released about 86 of those holes. Some excellent results there.
Give us some numbers, yeah?
Yeah. The average intercept grade is coming out about 10% higher than the resource grade in our PEA, our preliminary economic assessment, which of course just came out a year ago. So validating that study, but we're also seeing intercepts outside the footprint of where we've got the open pit shells, which is to say we've got opportunity to expand that resource down dip and in the north. And watch this space because we'll have some results out from the southern part of the project as well, hoping to get those out in the next week or so.
Okay. You already mentioned the PEA, so next step would be a PFS. What's the plan for this?
Yeah, PFS is on its way. We'll complete it by the first quarter next year. In the meantime, we've got more drilling planned. We've got about 12,000 meters of exploration and resource drilling. We've got another 4,000 meters of engineering drilling going on. And of course, we're underway with our baseline study work, permitting preparations, engineering, metallurgical test work, all of that to drive us into production by 2029 with this project.
Okay. Let's go from Utah a little bit to the northwest, to Idaho.
Yes.
There you have the Beartrack-Arnett project, their former mine. What's going on there?
Well, another brownfields project, right? So this is our modulus operandi. Focus on these projects where gold has been successfully produced in the past and do it from these locations where we've got big gold deposits. This one's already 4.6 million ounces of resource, all discovered by Revival Gold, and we're continuing to drill. We've got 2 rigs on the project right now, testing that high-grade underground target at Joss. It's very exciting. Most of the team is not circulating in the halls here at PDAC this year. They're down managing the drill program and all the engineering works. But we do have our chief geologist up here at PDAC, and my gosh, he's walking on clouds. We're about to get some really interesting results out of that project over the next 2-3 months. And of course, we'll be back drilling at Mercur. So it's going to be a continuous stream of results going into the end of the year here at Revival Gold.
Okay. When I did my homework, I saw that you'll be followed now by a couple of analysts. What's the share price target of these analysts?
Yeah, we've got 3 groups of on the company with targets, and they range between about $1.90 Canadian a share and $2.90 Canadian a share. Of course, we're trading today at about $1 a share, just over that. So, lots of upside according to these analysts. And look, if you look at us relative to our peers trading at 0.15 times underlying net asset value, that's pretty attractive for investors, even though the share price has moved. And I know a lot of the Commodity TV listeners have been following the story and participating in that success. I think we got a long way to go here. Gold is just showing continued strength, and our projects in the domestic United States with a relatively quick timeline to production are going to participate in this gold run, and investors will be rewarded through that effort.
Okay. Let's come to the catalysts and milestones for the next 12 months. You also already mentioned it. Maybe 1 year from now, you will get out your PFS for Mercur. What would you say? What are the other catalysts?
Drill results. We've got a lot of drilling underway. We entered this year with about $18 million of cash, so there's lots of work we can do with our projects to surface more value. And as I was pointing out earlier, look, when we are trading at 0.15 times net asset value, that's 15 cents on every dollar of net asset value. There's a lot of upside in the stock relative to our peers. As we move into production, trading in the range of 0.7, 0.8 to 0.9 times net asset value, and even the developer peers at 3 or 4 times where we are, and hence the reason why the target prices from the analysts that follow us are 2-3 times where we are today. I think there's a lot of upside. We'll be doing a lot of drilling to surface that upside and getting out and telling the story.
Wonderful. So thank you much for this insight into Revival Gold.
Thank you, Tim.
All the best for 2026, and drill, baby, drill.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, that was Hugh Agro, the CEO of Revival Gold. You heard it. The company is drilling. We await a lot of results in 2026, and maybe 1 year from now, a PFS for Mercur, which is now 100% Revival Gold. I would say have a look on Revival Gold, and bye-bye from Toronto.